so we're only having one standing this afternoon, all right? Now, see the blue light? I'm happy if you're out here, all right? A little bit wider than the blue line. Captain Lads, please.
Well, welcome again to Bowman Park for round 17 FQPL5 action between Bardon Latrobe and Narangba Eagles. Today, as always, I have with me Ross Parker, Vice President of the club. How are you, Ross?
Great, thanks Ryan. Great to be here with you, mate.
I'll just come back to you in a minute for some of the keys to the game, Ross, but I'll also introduce a special guest for us today. I've thought long and hard of how to introduce him to the listeners at home, and I'll go with the premier Noel Gallagher tribute act in Brisbane, Andy McCabe. How are you, Andy?
I'm good, mate. How you doing? All right.
Andy has also been a player and a coach at the club for a long time.
Thank you.
So a bit naughty of me there. But Ross, going back to the game today, what are the keys for this one for Bardon?
Well, another tough game today, Ryan. Narangba won't be an easy opposition. I think the first key is, can we keep scoring goals? 25 goals in the last 5 games, 4.6 per game. That is an incredible scoring rate that Bardon's had. Can we keep scoring? Looking at the form of the likes of Ovenden, Boardman and Stanley have been a highlight. Can they keep getting goals? Narangba come here with plenty of experience. 4 of their starting 11 played for the Lakes in their BPL side just 2 years ago. So you can expect them to be skillful, good footballers and push us all the way. Obviously last week drew 0-0 with top side Narangba, which allowed us to sneak into first place. So not going to be an easy test. And lastly, can we keep number 9, Josh Fern, limit his opportunities? One of the premier strikers in, I think, Football Queensland, to be fair. He's joined the mid-season from the Lakes in FQPL2. Yeah,
Josh certainly came back to Narangba with a big reputation. Maybe potentially not the goals that everyone was expecting so far, but certainly Narangba up the table with Josh Fern in the side. Narangba today wearing a custard yellow, I'm going to go with, a bit of bird's eye for you there, and Bardon in their traditional red and white halves. Always a terrible kit for a kit clash with a red and white club. Personal note from Friday. Andy, have you managed to watch a lot of the FQPL5 this year, and what are you looking forward to today, mate?
None at all, but I've not watched anything this season, unfortunately. It's the price of having 2 young children, but excited to watch this game today. I believe that the boys are in really good form, so really looking forward to seeing what we can bring to the game, and hopefully we can pick up the win.
Well, the honesty of a Scotsman there. So, Andy, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with Bardon Latrobe this year as Francis Patricio gets us underway. Goes back to Andrew Gold, who's going to look for that long ball across there to the on-rushing fellow fullback, John Melville White. Boys are in good form. Obviously, top of the league coming into this round, which after a draw that Ross mentioned against Narangba for Narangba last week. Bardon Latrobe unexpectedly on top of the table, but pleasantly surprised. That's Ben Stanley trying to get hold of that one in the early stages. That must look like it might have dropped to Francis, but it's come back post for Ovenden, but cleared away. We'll start working on the names of our Narangba opposition for you today as we go. Ross does haunt me though. I did make the trek out to Narangba and had a delightful time at the Bad Boys Cafe, but unfortunately not a delightful time on the field for Bardon Latrobe.
No, it's a tough game out there. It was actually a classic in the end. Pushed them with an equaliser from Marcus Teresi late in the game to push extra time on that big pitch.
As Gold whips this one into back post. Ooh. Dangerous cross, but Matheson just a little bit far away.
And then Narangba got the winner and deep into extra time and unfortunately knocked us out of the cup. And then in the league game at theirs, they nipped us again, 2-1. A few out for us that week. That was actually Good Friday. So funny enough, there was a few people away.
Wasn't a Good Friday for us.
And
it's the first Jesus game.
And so 2 losses against Narangba this season for Bardon, and something we haven't done in the last 3 months. So hopefully we can keep the winning times going.
Well, Ozzy gets his head to that one, and I will just note for those viewing at home, if they can see a game going on in the background there, that's the Metro 7 of Bardon Latrobe playing arch rivals the Gap. Bit of a scheduling issue here today at Bowman Park with 4 teams playing over the 2 fields.
Yes, and the mighty Metro Fives with a massive 9-1 win earlier. The Metro Sevens with a close game.
Oh my God,
against
9-1.
the
It sounded like anyone would score in that.
Anyone. They'll give them away, I think.
Here's Fern now, and Sewell eases him out. Sorry, Russ, didn't go through the starting 11 today because I was finishing off some tiling at home. Sewell still at centre back for us today?
Yeah, same starting lineup as last week at KPR, Ryan. There's a couple of little injury clouds during the week, so Blake Matheson hasn't trained, neither has Andrew Gold after a bit of a brutal game at KPR.
It's a big win there from the centre back.
But otherwise,
it's Gary Waters.
It's the same formation. I think a key call-out would be the performance of Duncan Keogh last week, number 14, new to the club, on his second game, 2 assists and a goal against a quality KPR team. So looking forward to see what he does today.
Some might argue that might have been 2 goals and an assist, but we don't have VAR at FQPL5 yet. Definitely corner across the line, Andy McCabe. You'd have been proud of that one, as I know you like to shoot from anywhere.
It started quite scrappy, hasn't it? A bit of a scrappy start to the game. That's to be expected, though, isn't it?
Absolutely. It does tend to take a bit of time to adjust to this pitch and get the ball under control. Certainly both sides going to be really up for this one today. Gold clears that one away. Oh, Aussie keeps it in and finds Tyler Mappery. So I'll come to you in a minute, Ross, to see how, at least formationally, Narangba look to be set up.
Well, it looks like if you look at right now, you've got a classic 4-3-3. Fern up front by himself, 2 high wingers and 3 kind of flat midfielders at the moment. I haven't really worked out the triangle.
Too deep. Too deep in that one.
Notably, you've got Nick Shadbolt lining up in the left wing.
This one's
Straight
right
to us, like,
for us
there
in
we
the
go.
camera equipment.
Oh,
Stream team protecting their valuable equipment there, no problem. Ever reliable. As Andrew Gold gets his throw in here, I remind everyone we'd love to hear from you in the comments, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. Even DM us on any of our personal messages too. Not a problem. Matheson gives a little kick there to Fern, let him know that Matheson will be there to make sure.
it was an awkward one, wasn't it? Little catchphrase there. Ryan gets it in early. Little twist there on Joshy Fern's knee, and he's still...
He's hobbling about a wee bit.
Sure.
Oh, no, now he's
off.
sprinting. He's all right.
And Sewell gets his foot in there, importantly, as Matheson
Away.
gets it away.
So although it's a 4-3-3, Ryan, the front 3 is a little bit, I'd say, abstract, where you've got obviously Josh Fern is a straight out 9, and he'll play through the middle. High on the right winger is just staying very high and very wide, whereas on the left, Nick Shadbolt, number 10, he's a lively player, one of your favourites, Ryan.
Oh, a lot to admire about Shadbolt's game.
He's tucking in, so...
Not including his movement, Andy McCabe. That one dropped back and the shot was on target, but it was blocked. Geggy with that one.
Good
Great
first
work
touch
from Francis.
Oh, he's...
Ngannou got across to make the tackle though. Yeah, Shadbolt wide on the left corner at Narangba at the moment. Does like to hit them, Andy McCabe, and as Ross mentioned, we were the victim of that in the extra time of the FFA Cup.
Just both teams just started with a lot of energy at the moment, but not being able to settle with any time on the ball. Not being able to get the ball down and play it as it stands, but hopefully as the game settles down, start getting the first touches in and we'll see some better football.
Melville White releases Stanley. He's in an advanced position, looking across for his options and finds
great
Aussie.
ball.
Great,
Oh,
and he puts it away. Austin
Unreal.
Boardman had 2 bites at the cherry there, and the keeper made the first save and
He's
Oh,
signing
got-
someone's shirt here.
got a bit of a celebration behind the goal.
That's unreal.
But what a move by Bardon Melville White releasing Ivenden.
You see the instant
See some
replay
better
here.
football.
Melville
Look, it's the
White
first time
releases Stanley.
Melville's been able to
Advanced
play
position.
a ball through
Looking
to
across for his
Stanley.
options.
That's a
Finds
great
Aussie.
ball.
Great,
Oh,
and he
it's
puts it
a-
away.
Pretty well.
Austin
Unreal.
Boardman
Aussies there to tap it in, and we've got used to seeing Stanley in those areas just outside and around the 18-yard box, and it's just quality, and he's done it again there with another good assist.
Well, Austin not on the score sheet last week, despite Ross Parker's information telling me that he was at the game that we were both on the sidelines watching. It was Keogh who got that goal last week, but that's Austin's 12th goal of the season. I believe battling out with Manchu.
Right.
Cool. Keogh?
Cool.
Well, where you're from, mate. 7th-minute goal for Bardon Latrobe from Boardman. And he's battling out at the top of the table with Matthew Sanchez of Yoronga for the top goal scorer. Not sure if he got on the sheet yesterday, Ross. Not sure if you know or squaddies were told us yet, but individual accolades aren't Aussie's goal. Promotion is, as he confirmed to me when I chatted to him in the week.
How often do you chat during the week, Brian?
In my dreams every night. Handsome fella. Melville White tries to get that one in to the box. It was a great touch from Patricio in the build-up to that. The message from John Dungy, who's trying to watch the game but is being terrorised by his 2-year-old Matilda. And we might talk about the Matildas a little bit today, Ross.
Good link.
But Mappery there is
See how wide
dispossessed
14 is.
on the edge of the box. Gold is unfortunate there.
Come on, ref.
14 went down and then he hit Gold. That one's going to go.
No. Looks like the referee's not going to give any fouls today.
Gegig plays on, finds Fern in the middle. Here's that
Gold
Shad
doesn't
Bolt
look in a
rocket.
good way.
And it goes into the
Forward.
net. And we called it. If you give that man an inch, he will take a shot like that, and that's into the net.
See the instant replay here. Narangba. Oh, look, it's just one touch and bang. Look at
Great
that.
hit.
That's quality.
Really good hit.
That's the threat, the quality that they have in Narangba.
Well,
Bardon a little bit annoyed at the lack of action from the referee, either to stop the game with the player clearly in a lot of pain, or give a free kick there, but played advantage and took the goal well.
Didn't actually see what happened there. Was it a foul in the build-up, or was it innocuous?
I can't say either way, but the player definitely sort of made contact with Gold, who was on the floor.
Instant replay here. The ball comes out. You see 14, Turnier starting really wide, and he's just
tripped. He's tripped Gold there.
It seems like a foul.
We'll just let the coach know. I don't think that will help his spirits at the moment. It's 1-1. Shad Bolt equalising from Boardman. About a minute between the goals. Fern now making sure that he's all right, which is great to see after you've scored a goal.
My Garmin just sent me a notification there that I need to relax, so I better.
It's an exciting
Watch what I'm
game so
doing.
far.
Yeah.
1-1 in the first 10 minutes. As Patricio gets us underway again. Mappery's going to play that long ball this time, and Ovenden sets off. He won't let it go and wins the throw in.
So Matthew Sanchez did score last night, Ryan. I was looking that up during the passage there, which I think takes him to 13 goals and Aussie to 12.
Sanchez just out ahead. Bardon's trying to stay just ahead of Yoronga, so they'll need another goal.
Must say a little bit against the run of play there, I thought.
Well,
I've had most of the play, looked the more threatening of the two sides, but
it was a strange build-up to it. Here's Keogh.
cool.
I mean, it sounds like you're clearing your throat when you say it like that. Here's Patricio in the box.
Go on, get in.
Oh, does well, and I think
so
he's
well.
cross-surprised Aussie. As I see Aussie second best to the ball, still coming through, and Patricio realises I think he's offside, so lets that one through. Keogh's asking for the throw-in. Took a deflection, but referee just a little bit off the pace, unfortunately, for Bardon so far.
Gold not looking fully fit, sort of running a bit gingerly. Came into the game, as I said earlier, with a bit of a knock. Hopefully he can run this off.
Absolutely. Gold's been good this season at left back. Played lots of games, if not almost all of them. Oh no, had a bit of side on the sidelines, didn't he, actually, sorry. But has been nailing down that spot since he came back into the team. There's Matheson, going to make that one out for a throw-in. Movement of Shad Bolt there to, get from about halfway, walked about 5 yards in front by the time it went out. You see, conserving
All about
energy.
Yeah, lovely, isn't it?
Whack it in the bottom corner.
It's an easy game sometimes, isn't it, Ryan?
Goal just need to keep an eye on his shoulder here. There'll be number 14 from Narangba. Tournier.
Tournier.
You can pick me up on my pronunciations there, Ryan.
I don't speak Spanish,
He's
mate.
just
Here's Keogh with Tournier chasing him down.
Yeah, 14's taking up some strange positions. He's starting very high, staying very high. Even for that goal, he was just like on the sideline when they don't have the ball, which is unusual. He's obviously got a lot of pace to recover like he did just then. But it's an opportunity if we can expose the right fullback if he's got no support.
Yeah, and I don't see Shadbolt doing too much work coming back either, so it could be plenty of joy for Ovenden and Aussie. Who's down now? Can't quite see. It's Ovenden.
Well, looks like Ovo's down. It's not looking good either.
He's back to his feet.
Been on some magic water from there, I think.
Absolutely.
That'll do the job for a broken shin.
It's a long run over there for Robbie Weaver, the goalkeeping coach, and his water bottle, and
he stayed there.
He just doesn't. He's not needed.
He'll make his way back around by half time as Melville White flicks that one onto Stanley. Keogh cuts that out and then completes the clearance with a header and finds Stanley. He's going to play a ball to Ovenden, but can't get it to his feet as Patricio does great work to come back. And that's good work from the Narangba midfielder.
Was a big fan of that. Big fan of that run over from Robbie Weaver there, though. He was a man that looked like he knew what he was doing with that water bottle.
I can tell you
Full
now.
of confidence.
Confident he may have been. Helpful, I would doubt. As Keogh tries to play it forward, Mappery comes in and looks for an Ovenden ball. Hard to see the numbers on the back of these Narangba custard yellow shirts.
Now Weaver's waving, pointing at Ovo, saying...
I think he needs the water.
He needs a sub. I think Ovenden might be done here.
Fern trying to get that forward to Fournier. And Gold. Stanley does well on shore. Keeps going. And then Kelly steps in to make the challenge. Stanley with a little shimmy to beat 2 there. Now Austin on the ball. Yeah, you can see Ovenden really gingerly on that leg. And here's Keogh. You can hear the president behind me. Can't see him, but can hear his booming voice.
We'll be talking about his
We won't mention
shank
that.
shot on target.
We'll try and
Will it go
avoid
in?
all mention of that. Thank you.
He wrote a glowing review about me on the club website.
Yeah, again, a
About
man who
me,
hasn't watched much of the Division 4 football. You can tell by that assessment.
He did say that you could spot me jogging around Bowman Park. As I said to Ross earlier on, I think that's a bit of an over-assessment of my pace. A canter.
Yep.
Stroll, maybe.
Can't quite get up to gallop anymore.
Meander.
Melville White with a throw-in to Ovenden. Trying to run that one off, I think.
So you see number 14 right in front of us, guys, not on the screen. He's look at the position he's got, and they don't have possession. It's very odd.
It looks like Matt Owen is coming on, so unfortunately Ovenden's game is over at the 16th minute. Maybe get the opportunity to get it in this time.
Yeah, you can see he's struggling there.
And Flynn goes off on the far side. And Matt Yowen is on.
It's a big loss. Hobo had a monster game last week. Scored two goals. One of the goals of the season, Ryan. He's been getting into a rich vein of form. Obviously one of the premier players in the comp. So obviously a good replacement, Matty Owen, but still a big loss.
Shadbolt there again. Good feet, and then tried to release that Tornia.
Interesting, that seemed to be the first thing that you looked up for.
Yeah.
See where he was.
Oh, he's in.
Here's Patricio. Good touch. Great touch there with his chest as well. Here's Owen's first touch in the game, trying to find Boardman. This one's going to drop to Gold, who's been caught a couple of times, so just plays it safely back to the keeper.
He looks really ginger, Gold.
Looks a little bit worried about Tunier as well there.
Yeah,
Great ball from the keeper, and Matty Owen's header for Patricio is just a little bit too far ahead of him.
Touch.
And again, Gold brings it down and goes home and goes safe. Well, we have a guest comment on Facebook as well, Ross. Marcus Teresi, Forza Bardon. Got the European spirit, the centre-back who's on a vacay. He's on his hot girl summer in Europe, I believe.
On the boat in Croatia, probably, I imagine, something like that.
Kept that in by the looks of it.
That's Shaw, who was trying to find Fern. But hadn't get it away. Stanley's
Good
underneath
win.
that. Goal plays that one viciously forward to
great
Patricio.
ball.
And he gets in. That's some great touches from Patricio. The centre back gets back and gets goal side, but Patricio gets
lovely
shot away.
Unlucky.
And that goes over. Again, great work, great forward play from Patricio.
He's been excellent since he's joined the club and hasn't got his goals to reflect it, but his link-up play, and you can see it there, his ability to quality touches, hold the play up, and then either get a shot off himself or release his teammates has been a real highlight.
Definitely a threat, like his movement's just been putting a lot of pressure on those centre-backs. They look a little bit worried about him.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to play against him. Look at him, he's a unit, he's fast and strong. He's a nightmare.
Well, hopefully today's the day for those goals, as Keogh competes in midfield and gets the ball to Stanley, who releases Owen. Keeper's come a long way, but he's going to get it. As a young kid just walks past with a Nirvana t-shirt. Good to see. Come as you are. Gold heads that one forward. Good competition in that middle. Keogh, Mappery and Stanley are going to fight hard for everything.
Good tackle.
Well done. Improves there.
Well done.
And Gold. It's that long ball forward to Owen.
It's a Bardon ball, yeah.
Stanley isn't able to turn, and Shadbolt looks for that quick release to Tornio straight away again. Gold as well, hold him up. Keogh's going to mop that one up, and he...
Oh, it's a foul.
Oh, my word. That was an awful challenge.
Referee's letting the boys play,
Oh,
and
it's
he's
gonna
in.
get on
Oh,
to
he's
the
given that
line.
one.
Russell, that is not impressed with the refereeing so far. I can't say I am either.
Here's a replay here. Switch ball coming through, and look, I think out of all those challenges, that was the softest. It was probably just the most effective, I guess, in terms of getting a goal scoring opportunity. But I don't mind refs letting them play, but that seems to set us up for a bit of a
We had
physical game.
that just a replay there as well on that one on Keogh, and that was a clear tag,
Yeah,
which he
definite
missed.
Foul.
It's always a sure sign when the opposition team stops with the ball as well, because they think it's a foul.
Yeah, that's right.
And Sewell heads that one away, which is going to drop. That was
Very wide there, very wide.
Geggy, and played it to Tornia.
This runs out for a goal kick.
Might play a bit of basketball as well with that no-look pass to Perkins.
That's bad, wasn't it?
Watching that move earlier on in the build-up, just before that foul. Again, I don't want to focus too much on him, but the 14-20 out wide, as soon as they won that ball in defence, he started his run. So it's obviously a tactic the Narangba goes to look at him out wide, maybe for his using his pace and to get across back into the middle.
And Bardon replicate that same tactic with a ball across the field from Mappery to Melville White, but Melville White can't get it to Owen. Kelly
There it is again.
plays that long ball
They're looking
forward.
for that ball all the time.
There was a team here a while ago, Ross, my memory fails me as usual. They were looking for that out ball very similarly to that every time. Didn't come off from that day, but yeah, Narangba clear tactic there.
Yeah, it's been very noticeable from the beginning, just because he's just not tracking back at all. He's just staying up, waiting for them to win it, and then it's the first time.
And then Mappery
It's a
plays
good
that
ball
ball this
They're looking
time.
a bit too much.
It's just going to drop to battling goal for Narangba. And the full grey kit. And that one's an easy one for Sewell. Doesn't let it bounce. Finds Stanley, who heads it to Josh Fern. Shadbolt with a good touch. And this one drops to Mappery. Looking for his options. Unfortunately, didn't get his foot around that one.
Looks like the Metro 7 lads just got their second goal though. In the background.
Well, that's good to see. Always great when a Bardon team gets on top of the gap. Although, I do know you're a fan of the jam donuts from the Gap Bakery, Ross.
Oh, highly recommend those. But that's about all I like about the Gap Gators.
Henderson
Oh,
looks
well
for that
done.
ball across to Fournier. And fullbacks up here, Mangano. I think that one's going to drop as well.
Well
Sealed
defended.
as well. He's left a little bit on Mangano as well. Oh, we're going to stop now for that? Well, that is a very bizarre decision. If you're going to stop the game when you haven't previously.
Yeah, that's not going to make it any better.
And that's the problem, I think. It's don't want to
Didn't
moan too
stop
much
before.
about don't want to moan too much about referees, but all we ask for is consistency in the decisions and
Absolutely ridiculous
build up
decision.
to the goal against us.
Replay
Obviously,
here.
he didn't stop the game.
Decent run, good ball. It's just a good piece of defending. Obviously, it coming together, maybe an awkward one, although he's okay and back up now. Doesn't seem like something you stop the game for to me.
Well, it's just the consistency, isn't it? Clearly lacking that, so hopefully he picks up his game. Sewell out wide to Melville White. Stanley controls that
That's
one.
a nice bit.
Stanley's been excellent for us this season. Finds out Matt Owen, not Michael Owen. Wish we had him. Hi, I'm Michael Owen. And it plays that ball into the middle. And it's gone for a corner.
Oh,
Good finish, anyway. So one of the highlights, as we mentioned earlier, Ryan, of last week has been Duncan Keogh's delivery from corners. So let's see what he's got cooked up here.
Absolutely.
Little routine here.
Melville White makes a late run, which isn't
good
witnessed.
ball, well picked up.
Oh!
Picked him out and scored.
What a play!
And the finger pointing starts on the Narangba side, and they're looking at Nick Shadbolt.
What's the right back? Who was the left winger?
The Narangba totally stood still there. Completely oblivious
Fantastic
to it.
goal from Melville White.
What a set play that is. And it's so good. The president wants to see it on the replay. You see Duncan Keogh line up in the corner. Look at that late run from Johnny Melville. No one picks him up and pick it out.
Well, Dennis Bergkamp's down here today. I didn't realise. Good to see ya. In the 88 Holland kit. Total football indeed as Bardon take a 2-1 lead in the 26th minute. Melville
Well
White getting on to Keogh's corner and another assist for Keogh. As you say it in Klingon.
It's better. I only know this because I used to date a girl in Scotland who had that as a surname. I used to get punched every time I got it wrong.
And you're back with us here on the Andy McKay podcast. Therapy, as Matheson breaks forward, runs
Goals
a
down
long way.
again.
Patricio, back to Keogh. I'm going to pronounce it the traditional way. Stanley, you don't want to give him room.
Go on.
He's
Not going to be able to get that one, but Boardman might be able to.
Bit of a
Back to
stramash
Stanley.
here.
And there's Matheson with the header down to Mapri. And look,
Oh, he's given that. Well
it's
done.
got to be. Definitely got the free kick, but Geggy didn't hold back.
Bardon faithful making number 14 one of their favourites here, but anyway, it's a replay of the foul. Mapri with a just little dink over here, and yeah.
He'd done him all ends up, so he just made sure he couldn't progress. But when you've had one player go off injured because of that, the bizarre circumstances to the first goal. Anyway, we're 2-1 up. Let's move on.
Good position for another good delivery here from. Now I don't know how to say it.
Big dunk. Let's go with big dunk. Duncan Keogh. Options back post.
Good ball.
Nice flat ball. Narangba get there first. Here's Shadbolt. Drops his shoulder and Matheson goes in there.
Big one.
An immovable object. Not quite sure. Is it Rory Wheeler down there? Or is it Aaron Bench?
I don't think it's the bench. I think it's the crowd giving 14 plenty.
That's a poor ball from Sewell. And Gold will just
Well kept in.
Boardman.
Well done.
Good work from Keogh.
Lovely touch. Free kick.
Come on.
Now, Shaw pulls him back. Didn't quite hear that shout, but I know who it came from. That was a Centenaro supporting
Yes.
comment.
It's not the Tango, brother.
It's not the Tango. Not one of his best calls from Centenaro. Would have gone with a Slim Shady reference myself, but again, lots of physical
14
contact
going
out
in
there. The
there.
two 14s coming together there, and it drops to Shaw. His ball, he looks back at the Bardon pitch, and you know, let's be honest, he's quite out the better players over the years. Well, the hill is full now of those Metro 5s. You can see we've got Josh Springfield photography here today with his huge lens. We're sure to get some great pictures from this game. Gold. And here's Fern. It goes back.
Ooh, good press here. Good press.
They get it out wide to Mangano.
They're working very hard, those front three. Well done.
And back across to Kelly. Kelly's going to play that ball forward.
It'll be Perkins
Too
all
much
day.
on that one.
Wonderful work rate, especially from Aussie Boardman and Francis Patricio there, just to force the longer ball eventually.
I think it's noticeable to see that the energy levels have definitely dropped in the centre of the park. There's a bit more space in there.
Iwin got onto that one and Boardman tried to find Patricio. Stanley keeping a keen interest in this one as Kelly tries to shepherd it out. I'm not sure it's going to run. And Narangba do enough to see that one out for a goal kick.
It's half an hour gone, guys. It's gone quickly.
It has indeed.
Entertaining game of football. So I see your colleague in the over 35s did 14, Chris Percy, standing behind us.
Unfortunately, that team's been absolved from history after Friday night's results, so we're all person non grata to each other.
That was a forfeit, wasn't it? We never actually
That
talked about
was,
it.
yeah. We're not talking about. I heard things went better for you, Ross.
Oh,
in the
they did,
Division
mate.
2.
As you know, big 6-1 win for the Div 2 lads.
Great result.
Good to see one of the overs teams doing well. Mapri had that free kick and looked for Patricio. Gold's underneath this one.
Good
touch.
Well
Unfortunately played it to Fern. Patricio keeps Waters honest. And Kelly completes the clearance. Matheson competes, but Dornier inside there, yeah.
Good challenge.
Moves inside, Melville White. And there's Shadbolt with a throw-in. Goes back. That's Stapleton. Owen
Good
does
pressure.
really well, and that's a handball right in front of the linesman. It's amazing. See it from here. And here's Shadbolt again. Skips past Melville White. Not many do that. And gets his shot off, and Matheson blocks it. Always a danger.
Good bit of skill there to get into the position, but I think the final decision was poor. Perhaps should have looked up and seen if there was somebody there to cut back. I know that's something that you would like me to do more of, Ryan.
Well, a player like Shadbolt, mate, once you've got that goal, he's only going to look at one thing. That's getting another as he crosses this one in
Too
deep.
Poor corner.
Just notice Ross Barker consuming a substance that doesn't look like beer. I'm just checking on his welfare. Are you okay there? And
Well, I finished the beer, and no one seems to want to buy me another one, mate.
we'll have to wait until half time. We'll concentrate on the game until then. Today, Ross sporting a very fetching Queensland football culture maroon jersey.
Noticed you had a fly in your beer, Ryan. It doesn't seem to have stopped you from drinking it.
It was only a little flight. It was a large beer. It drops to Sewell. He goes forward, but that's not going to make it to Patricio. Shadbolt plays it across to Tournier. He plays it down the line to an onrushing
Not that much movement in the middle from no, and
Greggy.
shepherded out for a goal kick.
Keogh doing well to cover. Keogh does cover a lot of ground in there, Ross.
He does. He's quality on the ball with some good passes, good dead ball. But as that DM, he tracks runs, he works hard. It's been a good addition since he's joined from Acacia Ridge. Josh Fern looking a bit frustrated, I'd say, in the middle of the park there. He's been limited maybe to 1 or 2 touches on the ball.
There's 2 hands in the back there, but the referee hasn't picked that up.
Allen plays it down to Boardman. Big competition. And they're pointing at each other. I'm not normally that kind of player, so
It's got a real chance of escalating this game because the ref is letting them away with a lot more than they used to. And I just feel like it's escalating a little bit in terms of those challenges.
well, we know what normally.
Blatant handball.
You know, here is Ferd on the edge of the box. Looks for Shadbolt. Pulls it down.
Well defended. Well
Melville
done.
White does well that time. Well, we know what normally happens when this happens. It will be a Bardon player who will suddenly see red. So let's hope it does settle down
that's
and
the
not boil
issue.
over.
It's the issue when you let the game get out of control a little bit like this. Tempers start to flare because you're not getting the decisions that you should be.
Shadbolt whips that one in, but Melville White's near post.
Yeah, and someone does something
Yeah.
stupid.
Henderson goes long, and that one's going to drop for Perkins.
Either an injury or a red card. So hopefully that you get.
There's that Perkins throw that I do love to see.
Big
Waters
fan of his
does well.
haircut, I must admit. Perkins' haircut is a cracker.
Yeah, combined with the Tash, mate. As Stanley whips that one into Boardman, it's good defending from Mangano to cut that one out before it landed at the striker. Well,
There's an instant replay here. Just see Ben Stanley just comes alive in these areas and just another quality delivery.
Yeah.
Aussie
Aussie
probably
just waiting to put it away.
maybe he wants to go across his man a little bit there with that kind of delivery, but
Well, last corner we got a goal from. Let's see if we can get another one.
I think it's a throw.
Oh, what?
It's in the
Quality
details.
analysis.
Well, there is a Springfield Lakes McDonald's supporting our community banner in the way. Sewell pumps that one back forward. It might drop for Patricio, but it goes all the way through to Battle.
It's a good one, the Springfield Lakes Maccas, Ryan. I've been there a few times.
No doubt about that one. This one's going to drop from Melville White, and Fern makes his way over. Does enough for the fullback to clear it away.
A little bit panicky there. A bit more time on the ball than I think he realised there.
Here's Henderson. Does look for that forward ball very early. Shadbolt's giving a bit of advice. Give it a me, son.
It's a good sign though when they start punting those balls forward, hoping for somebody to run onto them and putting too much on, and there's not much actual movement coming from the Narangba at the moment, so hopefully that will continue.
Sutton coming across Bowman Park. Glorious day.
I've not put my sunscreen on. I'm probably going to burn here.
No doubt about it. Tournier plays that ball for Greggy again. I think there's too much on that one, so
Well, that's
Sewell will watch that one go out,
sprint,
and Tournier runs and gets his own ball before it hits the cricket nets.
He did about a 200-metre sprint there. I wouldn't do that
In a game.
in a game at all anymore. It's far too much energy. 50-metre sprints once or twice a game.
He might have been trying to hide his poor ball forward, but it just drew attention to it as Perkins plays a good ball forward to Boardman, and now Patricio is going to evade us in sight there, but keep the defender honest. Referee gives the throw in to Narangba.
Can we steal that McDonald's thing at half-time so we can see what's going on in there?
Sun will be gone by then.
If it was Edinburgh, it would be stolen and set fire to in the car park by half-time.
Well, Narangba did have a stand stolen, I saw the other week, and it was an excellent community story that it was returned to them.
Their
Nice to
stand?
see. Yeah. One of those metal stands.
Oh, I thought you meant like their whole...
Stolen.
Hard thing to steal.
Yep. Found in a bush. Here's Stanley. Great feet. And goes through the legs of the defender. I think that one just went over the line though. Mappery didn't keep it in. Some good touches.
Correct decision from the linesman. Also sporting a lovely haircut.
There's Tournier. Drops down for Stanley, and he plays it
Yeah,
forward to
lovely ball.
Patricio. Pulled him out wide. It's gold as an option back there, but I think he got the throw in.
Stanley had made a good little peel off there into the middle of the park, but unfortunately couldn't get the ball across.
Here's Owen. Can he keep it in? Battle collects. Ross, I see here from the notes that you made that Battle didn't play in the two previous games against us. Is that right?
That is correct.
This kicking has been suspect today.
The third different goalkeeper we've seen Narangba put out against us this season, so I'm not sure if that's just wasn't
First one we've
available,
beaten twice.
or the bit of an injury issue, or what have you. But obviously we've been very lucky to have the dependable Dean Perkins in goal all season, and he's been an absolute monster.
Matheson's ball forward. Boardman competed and he was onside, but comes all the way through. Just that 5 minute before half time.
Crucial part of the game, Ryan, here. Obviously a third goal before half time would make it a very different proposition.
It drops to
Real
Owen.
Chance here.
Great ball.
Plays it through to
Go
Stanley.
on,
Is he going to
finish.
get there first?
Oh, go and finish.
And there's Patricio in the
Oh.
middle. Oh, he
save.
did so well, and Battle saved. It forced Patricio a little bit wide, and then when he came back inside, he wasn't able to get the angle. Apologies for the lack of commentary. I just stopped and watched that all happen. Here's Owen. And Shadbolt gets back for once. Melville White surprised to see him back there.
Hard in the mouth kind of stuff there. Bit of a gasp around the ground.
Close. So close to that third.
Good play from a loose pass, you know. Worked it really well out wide, and was it Stanley again? It was did that.
Yeah, Stanley, and I think Battle got a hand to it, and then it all went on. Here's Owen in the box now. Narangba do enough. And here's Melville White. It's going to drop this Boardman. Bit deep. Tornia goes out for a Bardon throw-in. It's full of energy, Tornia.
Not in his own half. He's really not coming very far back, is he?
He's either walking or sprinting. It's an odd tactic.
Sloan wins that header but can't find a man ahead of him. Keogh's clearance is a poor one. It drops to the goal scorer, Shadbolt. Melville White pays him close attention, but
well
done.
Gold does enough. Gold, I think, is struggling but playing through pain today.
Clutched his knee a little bit there.
Yeah, you can see that. Not 100%, but gives 100% every game. And wins that header. Alan Partridge joining us on the mic for that comment.
Oh, that's a good touch there.
Great touch from Fern.
Oh, and a good
Sewell does well as well.
Did enough to put him off.
They're going to give a corner. As we approach the 43rd minute at Bowman Park. Shaw over this one for Narangba.
Very important we defend this. Going into half time, we want to keep that lead going in.
Just checking that it's on that blue line. Good to see. Well, still an inch, Lino. Whips that in. Good ball. Perkins punches.
Well done, Perkins.
A lot of contact on the keeper from, I think it was Henderson in there maybe, but he's okay. Doesn't know what day of the week it is anymore. It's Sunday, and we're down at Bowman Park.
Here's an instant replay here. Left-footed in swinger. Quality delivery there, and man, that's an important touch.
Very
strong
brave.
right hand.
Brave goalkeeping, really well done.
Narangba launched that one in. It's a long throw in and Matheson clears it.
Well done, Stanley.
Stanley completes the clearance, and now Patricio's got a chance to make the defender's life hell again. The defender does well on that occasion.
Really good strength there. That was
Stanley's going to get in on that one.
There.
Again, the pressure from Bardon. Now Patricio is through.
God, Francis.
Through on goal. Can he finish this one?
Oh.
No. Battle comes out and saves. Goes down low. Unfortunately, Patricio just unable to find that goal. Great chance. Shadbolt's now going to play it out wide to Tornia. Goal comes across. Good feet from Tornia. Goes out wide. Mappery coming across the cover.
Good defending. Well done.
Another one.
Got to be a card.
It's
between goal
nowhere
and
near the ball there.
He's kicked him 3 times in this game. At least that one he gave a free kick. But
I'd like to actually see that replay, see if he's off the ground there, because that looked a little bit dangerous for me.
I think he might be obliged here.
There's a replay here. He cuts back in. It's 2v1. He knows he's lost the ball, and he's just kicked out of it. Yeah.
Just on that angle, I think Gold just a bit in the wars at the moment, and that one would have been sore.
Clutching his ribs now.
No doubt the president will be offering his full game rub down for Gold as part of his contract. Perkins goes long. No one's there for that one, unfortunately, for Bardon. And the referee calls it half-time bang on. So it's 2-1 here to Bardon Latrobe. Goals for Bardon from Boardman and Melville White after Shadbolt had equalised for Narangba. We'll be back with you in 15 minutes' time.
Go on, Sheds, Ross. Ross, Sheds.
Well, welcome back to Bowman Park. We just had a bit of an incident, but we regain our composure as we come back to the game. As Narangba and Joshy Fern about to get us back underway. Bardon Latrobe 2-1 up after that first half. It was a decent half of football, Ross.
Yeah, looking forward to the second half, Ryan. Obviously, a couple of good opportunities at the end of the half that we'll rue. Well, hopefully not made to rue. Let's see if we can go there and get this third goal.
Andy, impressed with the quality of football you saw in that first half?
Yeah, I think it settled down a bit. The first, I think, first 10 minutes were a little bit, rushed, and that's what you expect at this level. You get a lot of energy, and everyone's working at 100% and trying to close the ball down. And there's not much time. The first touch isn't there, and then once the game settled down, there's been a bit more quality about it. And I think your man number 10, Stanley, had a couple of really good touches for Bardon, and your man up front as well. It's got to be a free kick. Yeah, well done, referee.
And that's a free kick on Stanley.
Yeah, but once that game's settled down, we've had some, room in the midfield and some lovely plays at times. So hopefully that'll continue into the second half.
Mapre's going to stand over this free kick, thanks to that astute analysis. We had a break in play to complete it. Now Melville White is over the ball.
I'm on my third beer now, mate. That's going to come thick and fast now in this second half.
We'll get the auto captions generated on Facebook for those of you who can't understand Scottish. There's Shaw on the ball, busy in the first half, into the goal scorer Shad Bolt. Good feet from the big man again. But pass is poor one, finds Sewell. And Owen's got to get his head to that and get around the defender. Didn't see much of the defender in the first half, but Owen with a fierce drive across the box. Unfortunately for him, Patricio comes short and Boardman
Audio's gone.
Isn't 10 foot.
Sorry, my audio went there. Sorry.
Are you back with us?
Yes.
Okay. You can signal with your hands if that happens again.
That might just be my hearing, in fairness.
Can't go back there. Here's Stanley to Boardman. Gets the cross in. Battle claims that one though. The keeper gets it high up into the air. Sewell comes forward and then Stanley.
Challenge balls there.
There's Keogh, finds Mapri. He's going to release Owen first time. I don't know if Owen's going to be able to make that one. He sort of let it go through his legs and it's a bit too much pace on it. All right idea from Mapri though.
Surprised at the start from Narangba, I must admit. I thought they'd be coming out firing, from a half-time team talk from their coach. Maybe a little bit more fired up to get that second goal back, but so far they've looked a little bit placid with those two headers in a row. Nobody was challenging them.
That's a good challenge there. On Boardman. Gold cuts it out before it gets to Tournier. And Stanley with a good ball to Mapri. Looking at his options. He's been told by the sidelines he's got time and he finds Owen in a bit of space. He whips it across again. A bit too much on that cross from Matty Owen.
Get the ball, get the ball! Get someone over there! Nick, get them fucking speeding up, mate. Take fucking walking slow, we're losing the game.
Well, the Narangba coach with some advice for Shad Bolt. Not sure that's going to
Inject some fucking speed into this guy.
get some.
Is that Vinnie Jones?
Yeah, it's a bit of a Cockney Mafia going on there for our Narangba friends. Impassioned please from the coach. Apologies if anyone picked up on the language. Here's Stanley. Great feet again.
Brilliant.
Couldn't even foul him. He was that far ahead of them. His run finally does come to an end, but he comes back to make the challenge. That's the thing with these players as well, Andy. It's been great to see this year. Even if they do lose the ball, they work back and they work hard.
Is that aimed at anyone in particular?
No, it genuinely wasn't. It was just talking about the pleasantries of watching this side.
I'm just getting a bit paranoid. That again will be the beer.
So nothing changed tactically here from Narangba.
Here's Shaw trying to get on that one, but Matheson is there.
Very much concentrate down the right-hand side. Left-hand side's tucking in. 14, same tactic as the first half, staying high and wide. When they get the ball, they try and get it wide to the right. I just don't think it's worked. So I wonder when and how they'll mix it up. They've got to get Josh Fern in the game, or even if he's coming in deep just to pick up possession. He looks frustrated, and we know it only takes one opportunity for him to impact the game. But if I was Narangba coach, I'd be getting him involved.
Long throw that Melville White heads up clear, and Shaw loops it back in, but it goes wide of Perkins' goal. And that was one of Chris Percy's wedges coming back up as that one looped over. Fantastic quality of food on offer down here at Bowman Park. Some specials on today. Impressive range. Bao buns.
Had a ham cheese toasty and a teriyaki chicken bowl earlier on.
Ross Parker single-handedly keeping the club afloat.
I mean, my wife are on a diet at the moment on the light and easies, so I'm not allowed any food this afternoon. See how long that lasts.
Not sure if I've ever seen the Stone and Wood in the light and easy diet plan, but here's Mapri.
Doesn't cover fluids.
Rainbow looking for their options. And here's Shadbolt. Mapri goes in. It's going to drop for Gold, who plays the first time ball forward. And Stanley's going to get there.
Hey!
Again, just...
That's an elbow.
Yeah, I think finally we see a yellow from the ref. I think that's
instant replay
Kelly.
here. He was never going to get that ball. As soon as it was a loose touch, Stanley was always going to nip in, and he's just left one in. Deserved yellow card. Good to know that the ref's got cards.
I was about to say, good to see the rest find his whistle this half.
They can do it. They can do it. Okay.
And then Mapri goes a bit too deep with that one, but as we can see, again, Narangba coach with more instructions. Ross, whilst there's a little lull here, we'll give a little plug to the Women's World Cup and the Matildas game. We'll be hosting a watch party down here on Thursday night, I want to say. Is that correct?
That is correct, Ryan.
Phew.
As the man that put together the events calendar, you'd think you would know, but
I did it so long ago I've forgotten. Carry on.
Thursday. Oh,
and a ball into Owen.
Finish that.
Great strike, low and hard, but it went down to the left and just wide of the keeper's goal.
Lovely ball.
It's an instant replay here. Again, Stanley in these areas, he's just too quick. Just picks the pass early, and it's a decent shot that's just hit the wheel.
Great drive from Matty Owen, good to see.
It's the first change coming from Narangba. Number 3, Luke Riddell coming on here. Looks like it's a straight swap at left back. Let's see if they shuffle anything else. Obviously, just talked about how they haven't been going down the left-hand side. I wonder if this is more of attacking fullback.
Matheson gets to the battle's long clearance. Fernie.
Offside.
Oh, that's the first one we've seen. And
I'm not sure that was.
goes into the swamp. Had we completed our promotion of the Thursday event, but we've got an instant replay. This will tell us. Very close, very close.
Yeah,
maybe just is the call.
That's just how easy Josh Fern can get on the end of them. He obviously didn't display his quality there, but you wouldn't want him getting a second opportunity. So yeah, Thursday down at the club, Ryan. The first of a couple of events for the Women's World Cup. Excited to see it in Australia. Come down and another awesome menu. We've got, I think, a lamb and beef version of Guinness pie or stew. For those cold winter
evenings. Mate, that's what I was trying to get to. Some Guinness specials on offer from Onley's Kitchen. It'll be a great World Cup watch party. We hosted one back in the 2 World Cups ago, I think it was now, and it was a great club night. Australia versus France.
Who do we fancy for the World Cup?
Well, the USA team's always strong, Andy. I believe the Brazilians are hard to beat. Unfortunately, the English team are suffering some key injuries.
Boy,
Is
making
what I've heard.
excuses already.
And they're getting their excuse in early. The
It's
Lionesses,
early.
European champions, unfortunately with a few key injuries. So hopefully Australia can do well themselves.
A tough group, Australia. So it won't be an easy group to get out of, but I think the home ground advantage will certainly help.
Owen's going to pick this one up again as we get out of talking about the Women's World Cup from an ill-informed position. And here's Melville White. Long ball forward to Aussie.
It's just out.
Unfortunately, it just went out.
There's Shad Bolt, hands on hips.
Doing his recovery work.
Right in front of us here. There's nowhere near Johnny Melville when he was playing that cross. Just wonder if he's tiring a little bit. And if they'll bring on a genuine left winger at some stage.
Well, this goal scoring and run against Bardon continue today. As Sewell got that one clear. Tournier plays it inside to Fern. He whips it out to Shadbolt. Perfectly placed pass. Sewell does enough to
Great
ease
defending.
Shaw off the ball.
Really good defending.
Sewell always in the right place. Patricio coming across, gets there. Stanley plays him back in. Centre back bursting to get across and does enough. Owen finds Boardman. Defender on his back. Back to Owen. We see a better cross this time from the winger. He's able to get it in.
Oh,
Doon is behind Boardman.
Done a scorpion.
He went for the Scorpion. Owen does well here. Finds Patricio. Tried to get it back to him. And I think Waters completes the clearance. And Sewell again underneath it.
Oh, good challenge.
Good challenge from Stanley. Wicked spin on that one for Mangana to clear. And he finds Tournier. I believe that was Gaggy looking for an option forward. He finds Shadbolt. Brings it down well. Mappery's just in his shadows.
Don't
Skips
let him
past
shoot.
Matheson.
Well
There's
done.
that shot and it's blocked by Sewell. Shadbolt probably fouled in the build up to that one, but the referee played on and he got his shot away. Now Stanley fouls. One of the Narangba players, Mangana.
We're just going to have to watch this Bardon letting Bardon Narangba back in a little bit in the last few minutes. Just need to raise the game a little bit. Had some great attacks of our own, but we just need to watch that counter-attack.
Shadbolt goes for goal and Perkins watches it all the way and decided that it was easy to punch it over.
A bit of a miscue there from Dean, but did enough. Yeah, I think there's a bit of a danger this becomes a bit of a back and forth game, which is not really what you want when you're in the lead. Let's see if we can get a bit more control in possession. But at the moment, it's kind of they have a crack, then it comes back this way, and it goes back the other way. And with the quality that Narangba have, you think they're going to have a moment here.
Great cross. Aussie gets to that one. And Mappery air swings. The cry from the coach is nothing silly. There's a sense in the air that Narangba might get an opportunity soon. Fern goes down under the pressure there. Nothing in it for the referee. Owen plays it forward. Here's Boardman. 2 on him. Owen back inside to Stanley. Great
Lots of
play from
space.
Bardon. He plays it out wide. Keogh had found himself high on the left. Mappery's touch goes a little bit away from him. But Stanley back in there.
Left his foot in a little bit there.
He did, and you saw
There's
that,
a
heard
switch
that
on
one.
here.
Sorry,
What a
Keogh with
ball.
a great ball across to Owen. He finds Aussie. Oh, and then Patricio
Oh.
battled as well.
It's clear. That's a really good passage of play. We just spoke about how can we get more control, and we've worked the ball forward, switched it one side, then the other, created a good opportunity for Aussie there, and the keeper did well under a bit of pressure from Patricio. That's a bit better from Bardon.
And lots of space here in the middle there for Stanley. Picked the ball up and he had acres of space there to make the pass. Unfortunately didn't come off for him first time, but that's a sign of what we could be getting some more space in there to play those counter-attacks.
Yeah, bang on. I think Narangba's midfielders are going to take more and more risks trying to get beyond Josh Fern. And so that obviously in transition gives us space and time to try to control the ball forward and create good opportunities like we've just seen.
Keogh stands over this free kick. I'm back with you after checking social media. Managers of a social media manager never die. It's a little low, hard one to the near post. Aussie nearly got onto it, but Battle did well. Drops to Shaw. And plays it forward. Napoli's going to get there.
Good tackle.
That's a Narangba ball. Shadbolt's ball there is a little bit of a poor one. Now it's going to drop almost to Stanley, but Waters does well to clear. That drops to
Don't let him shoot.
Shadbolt.
Good tackle.
Sewell stood him up, but it dropped to Tournier. He tried to play it back to Shadbolt, but it was at least a yard in front of the striker and he was unable to get there.
His coach isn't very happy with that.
No, neither were the two blokes in the middle of the box who make great runs, including Josh Fern. He's still remonstrating with the bench. The ball was on early into the 18-yard box. Frustrating for Narangba. Poor decision.
There's Shadbolt. Plays it to Tournier. Sewell again does well. Gets back.
Great defending.
Matheson comes back as
It's
well.
a nasty challenge. He's on a yellow card. He's been diving in all game. That ball was gone.
Look, he was off his feet there for sure.
That's questionable at best here. He's obviously... Oh, jeez.
Well, Sewell did ask the question, so great replay there from the guys, just to see what's going on. All canteen sales just got boosted by the arrival of John Dungy. Hope there's enough left for him behind there. Shaw with the corner, whipped in.
Good
And
ball,
Sewell
good defence.
with the header. It's always in a good position when it comes in. Unfortunately, that one wasn't. And then Matheson. And that's going to be a corner. Uncharacteristically,
Didn't make sure
didn't
there.
make sure.
Got done by the Bowman Bobble, and the Narangba bench sensing this is a period in the game for them to try and get an equaliser.
Perkins is there, drops that one, but gets the second
well.
bite
Did
at
well.
it. It's a bit of contact. Finds Melville White, always willing to get forward. Owen's an option in
Patricio's
front.
middle
Patricio's
there.
in the middle if he can play him.
Lovely ball.
He does. First touch is going to take it away from him though. Great ball from Melville White.
Yeah, really nice ball. It's actually a nice first touch there as well, but the defender just seemed to have a bit of read it quite well.
Yeah, I think they're just extensive bit of contact. Looks like we might see a substitution here, Ross.
Yeah, looks like Braden Chapman. We see the instant replay here. Of the foul, looks like Geggy goes to the ground. It looks like it's coming together,
Yeah.
but hopefully he's okay. On comes Braden Chapman. I think it's going to be Goldie's battled through a difficult hour of football with a couple of knocks.
Really well. He's done really well.
Well, a solid performance from the left back, and so on comes Chapman. I imagine it will be like for like, as in we'll go straight into left back.
You consider their whole game plan for that first half was punting the ball down the right
Absolutely.
side. He's done really well to read that and get himself in front of everything.
Clearly had a few knocks. Chapman on. I think it's the first time he's got on in the first team, Ross. He's been on the bench for a few.
I was on last week, Ryan, at KPR, that game you saw with me.
Yep.
He came on in that game as well. So I think it's maybe his third appearance off the bench.
First time at Bowman Park in front of me was what I was talking about. But here's Patricio keeping the defender honest. It'll be a nightmare to play against as he gets that ball. He's got options in the middle. Ozzy wants it. Can he find him? He does.
Finish.
Ozzy comes inside. Oh, he tries to play it back to Patricio.
Oh,
And a great tackle from Mangana. Even such a good tackle that it's actually in the Narangba throw-in.
that's really
Superb
Did
work
so
from
well to win
Patricio.
that back.
Unselfishly found Ozzy as well, but Maybe Aussie might have been best to strike after going around the defender. Easy for me to say. Patricio again, breathing down their necks. Matheson almost finds Chapman.
So an excellent game, Patricio. I mean, he's obviously missed a couple of chances that he would have liked to score, but his work rate's intense.
Yeah, absolutely. Shaw forward again. Macri does well. There's Boardman, and that's going to be a Bardon goal kick. And the Narangba coaches urge their players to find a bit of energy and lift. They need this one for their top 4 ambitions. Great kick again from Perkins. Drops for Austin. He can't find Owen. Mapri's going to get there.
Austin looking a wee bit tired with that pass then.
Shadbolt tries to pull the wool over the ref's eyes, but not getting that one. Gives a bit of advice to Melville White in that East End fashion. Fern does well, holds that up well. Matheson, close attention. Shaw finds good feet. Shadwell, but Aussie's back there. Aussie asking for a foul, so I was a little bit unsighted there around the pole.
Well, again, you could hear it. You could hear the connection, so I don't know what the referee...
Warnier's got forward here, and Mappery does really well to get across.
Oh, good save.
Perkins holds where the wicked deflection came off the defender.
That's John Dungate bothering dogs again.
Patricio might get onto this one. No, goes back to battle. Sorry, a bit of one of those angles that gets you more excited than you need to be. Warning sign for Bardon there, maybe, Ross.
Look, I think there's chances at both ends, so it's an entertaining little period. I do worry a little bit with that change at left back. If Chapman's got the same pace to recover. We see Josh Shaw got a cross earlier, just a bit of deflection in that cross. But, yeah, I mean, it's a cliche, but there's a goal coming, and whoever gets that goal is going to really impact the finish of this game.
And that's the thing. I think we need that third goal just to give us that little bit of space. So they are worrying. They've got an attacking threat there in the Narangba, as much as we're having the majority of the play.
Well,
they've got a goal on them.
Hardy came on there, number 8 for Narangba for Gegi. Some more changes, more legs. Stanley on the ball here though. Good touch. It is Hardy, I think, that did that, but then unfortunately his ball forward was to no one. Melville White's ball forward is cut out.
Good win.
Matheson does well. Paying close attention to Fern.
Could see what he was trying to do with that ball there. It was the right thing to do, just unfortunately the defender read it, or midfielder read it.
Melville White wins the header, Matheson's there. Here's Shaw, and there's Fern, and his strike goes to the right. I just saw Fern give a little signal to the bench, wanting to switch something, I think with Shadbolt.
So they swap wings, so you've got Shadbolt over on the right.
Well, that might be a bit of a blessing in disguise for Chapman, in terms of the way Tornio blew past him in that last one.
I'd agree with that. Melville White obviously more of a more comfortable at fullback, so I'm not sure they get much change out of that swap. But let's see.
He's blown a bit, Tony. He seems to be a little bit tiring a little bit. So let's see how much he's got left.
First half defending's come back to haunt him.
That 200-metre sprint to his own pass that was going out.
As we approach the 70th minute. Chapman won that header quite far forward. Matheson there first. Aussie's not going to get onto that one. Goes all the way through to battle. Hardy tries to control that one. Here's Mappery. And Fern just keeping him honest. Here's Tournier. Plays it to Shaw. Drops to Fern.
Nice
tries
play.
to get it back to him. And it just runs out of field here at Bowman Park down the hill.
Nice play, good idea, but fortunately for Narangba, it didn't come off.
Little signs of triangles.
More warning signs for Bardon as well. Need to get more into this game, try and get that third goal and finish the game off.
Camera is fine.
Or Chippy up.
Johnny's got it. Never worry when Melville White's around.
Coolest guy on the ground. Collar popped. Asking for a free kick.
Just letting the referee know it was handball, but it gave the throw in. Here's Patricio.
Throw to Bardon again.
Kelly does well that time on him.
Probably not a bad idea to slow down the tempo of the game. It has been a little bit, as I said earlier, back and forth, but erratic. And get a bit of control in the game. Sometimes it helps to slow it down, take a bit of the sting out of it.
Melville White's going to cross this one in. Aussie's there. Tries to get it down for
He's
Keogh.
done very well with that.
Tried to play it back outside to Owen, but he'd come inside. And probably as you guys were both talking about, maybe if Bardon could just hold on the ball a bit more there.
Yeah, maybe just trying a little bit too much, haven't we? We just there's more time in the middle there. I think we just need to pass it around a little bit more rather than look for that long ball option.
Mappery picks up that one from Hardy. Looks for Patricio.
Patricio.
Defender's touch might come down to the striker.
Oh,
He does well, and that's a corner every day of the week. Not sure why he's asking for a goal kick.
Actually, I thought it might have been a goal kick, Brian.
Me too, I thought it ricocheted.
But the refs agree with you, so for once I think you're right.
Well, let's see if the instant replay provides any clarity to this.
So he brings it down on the shot, it
ricochet.
ricks off it. Yeah, I think could have gone all the way.
I'm even more convinced it's a Bardon corner, of which the quality from Keogh will hopefully lead to a chance for Bardon. We have scored one from a corner. Goes in near post.
Lots of time here to get this in. Oh. Got the one.
Another corner.
Tom, you'll have to don't play too wide. Make sure you're a narrow for you. Right, so don't
Owen with a shot. Blocked by the Narangba defender. Key goes with the outside of the boot. And nowhere near the box. Keogh does well. This is going to drop to Patricio again. Oh, defender with a committed challenge. It had to be. Looks like Narangba are going to do a final throw of the dice here, Ross. 2-on. And their final change, I believe.
They've got numbers here. This is dangerous. Well tracked back.
Owen does really well on Henderson. Henderson stayed down, so the referee will of course stop the game as he did
Lovely
previously. Now he stops. Again, great consistency. Any gigs coming up, Macca, for the mighty half the world away? You want to plug?
We've got a charity gig next week for Richie's Rainbow. It's a charity for children with cancer. So we're playing that on the Saturday at Cloudland in the Fortitude Valley. So tickets are on sale if you look at our Facebook page or the Richie's Rainbow Facebook page. You can get your tickets there. It's a 4-hour free bar. We'll be playing an hour and a half set.
Sounds fantastic to me. Half the world away incarnation of the group, not the Britpop. Just half the world away. Yeah,
half the world away. Yeah, the Oasis tribute.
So for the listeners at home that aren't familiar, it is half the world away lead front man and Britpop connoisseur as well. Looks like Seth Henderson no longer be able to take part in this game, helped off by Fernie and the coach.
I'm not sure that was the challenge. I think he may have twisted his ankle or something there on the ground. Don't think there was anything in the challenge at all. Oh, I might be wrong. Looking at that on the replay, he might have just caught him.
Well, Tom Hughes, number 2. And I've got 32 here, Ross, which you scratched off, but maybe some squaddy magic. It's all right. And Antonio, as that afternoon is done, as you were saying, Andy, looked like he was blowing a little bit.
Yeah.
Big effort, big shift. 32 is Kai Jacket. We'll go with Jacket. We'll work out where they've come on. Hardy and
Looks like we've got a left
Hughes.
winger.
Sorry, Hughes and Jacket. Perkins with a big call.
Great take.
Gets it just in front of Hardy. Again,
It's exactly what you want your goalkeeper to do in those situations. Big shout, came out, produced the goods.
Hardy does well there to skip past 2 Bardon players. Releases the new boy, Jacket. And can't keep it in. Bardon throw in. Couldn't keep his jacket on. Well done, Andy.
All right, so it looks like we've got Chad Bolt through the middle as the 9, at least. Or at least maybe they've gone to up top. We'll see with Fern. And then number 7 is dropping a bit deeper. He's been playing a bit more advanced. That's
Shaw.
Jared Shaw, also former Lakes player. So they've got the former Lakes players all through the spine. And a couple of new youngsters on the wing.
Here is Fern on the ball at the edge of the box. Plays it back to Hughes. His cross is a bit too deep.
Worked it into a good area out wide there, but yeah, the final delivery was pretty poor. Bardon will be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, I'm going to say 4-4-2 here for Narangba.
Bit of a slight adjustment. Fern and Shadbolt now for Matheson and Sewell to deal with. Perkins finds Owen. Winger can't get a touch on that one.
We're just not getting a lot of the time on the ball at the moment, as in terms of getting it down and playing it.
Kelly's long throw. Matheson and Shadbolt's onto it.
Well done.
Sewell again. Makes the challenge.
Matheson made sure of that one, mate.
Between
Narangba
the two
are
of
definitely
them.
lifting here. I feel like they're the team that's showing a bit more urgency, obviously being behind. Sometimes that can translate into more effort. So Bardon's got a lift here just to match their energy levels, especially with the fresh legs on the field.
Long throw in from Narangba. Melville White's there.
Oh, that's a chance.
Hughes got a sniff. Matheson gets a drink. It's that time of the game where you're starting to tire. Or in our case, the game's about to end. Perkins going to find Austin with that one, but his flick forward isn't to a teammate. And Narangba will have time to get the ball and look at options. Goes back. Owen as well. And that means it's a poor ball forward, high in the air that Melville White can get underneath. Patricio gets up. Owen Well, that hit his chest, boys. I can see that. You can call for handball, but as a 7-foot winger, he can get his onto that one. Shaw's got a bit of a poor touch there, and Stanley straight onto it. Doesn't give you a minute, the midfielder. And here's Chapman. A little dance. And Aussie does well, gets fouled, but Stanley's going to keep going and does that little trick he does. Owen, unfortunately, is offside. Great little shimmy there from Stanley again and played into Owen.
He's had a fantastic game this afternoon. Just about everything that Bardon's done comes from him.
Ball forward down the line, and Melville White solid again. Kelly with the ball forward into the box. Drops from Matheson, and he can clear it at the second chance. Keogh heads it as well. Kelly has a long range effort, and it's going to drop for Perkins. Centre back deciding he's going to take Matheson to his own hand.
Decent strike, to be
Yeah,
fair.
well, it was on target at least.
Always a risk with those deflections as well, the ball going anywhere.
Perkins this time's range finder's a little bit too long. And here look. Matheson barking orders from the back for Bardon. Trying to make sure that the boys in front of him do their jobs to make his job easier. Well, Fern again giving instructions to his coaches, telling them to push Lukey higher. That's Shaw, who was playing on the advanced role before. There's Owen. 2 defenders on his back. Probably gets fouled by one, and then the ball goes out. But goal kick.
Classic T-balls on the field now. Now we're going slower.
And the coaches desire to get the game underway quicker.
The Bowman Park death spiral. Narangba in here. Balls flying everywhere. Good ground to slow it down.
Still got 3 balls in play here, Ross, which is a left miracle at this stage.
Hill's starting to get involved too. The last 8 minutes of this game.
And that one drops all the way through. Stanley will do well here, probably just to hold the ball up. 4 on him, and his little back heel goes through the defender's legs, but unfortunately into touch. Out of play. Long ball forward again from Kelly. Chapman gets there ahead of Keogh. Patricio again, defender's worst nightmare. It's got to be a Bardon ball.
Done well there. The pressure got that ball back.
Just never gives you a minute.
Yeah.
All of them do that so well as a team. Russell Mappery doesn't look to be looking towards his bench still. So no more subs at this stage.
Who's the obvious switch at this stage?
Well, as Owen holds this one up and it comes back to Melville White. Narangba can clear. I'd say Yuki might get a run. Just depends on the game. Shadbolt does well. In and out, and Chapman does enough. It's a tight game, and he might not make that change.
Oh,
great
Ball
ball
through to Patricio.
Oh, I'm not sure about that.
Didn't look offside there.
Did not look offside. The keeper did well with the tackle, but we won't know. Referee barks at Patricio to get out of the way.
But again, that just shows you the space we're getting in the middle there now. 3 or 4 quick passes in the middle with possession, through ball.
Getting that long throw from Kelly up to Fern, Matheson, and then Sewell. Kelly's going to pick it up for another long throw. That's the call from Mappery. It's in the box and it drops for Shaw, and his effort is high and wide.
Wouldn't hit a barn door.
Looks like someone down here. Is it Johnny Melville maybe? And here comes Robbie Weaver and his magic water bottle. He's off.
It's the confidence of a man who's held a water bottle before.
Well, yeah, Melville White and Hardy look like they maybe came together, and Melville White isn't doing too well here. So Robbie is going to have to apply the magic sponge again.
You're right. You're right.
He's on a hand out. The instant replay here. It's obviously a long throw in the mixer. Body's going everywhere. Looks like a head clash.
Oh dear.
Yeah, looks like he's copped a head clash there. He's ringing in a bit.
Seems to be okay, back on his feet.
A bit dusty. The concussion test on the sideline here with Robbie. So 4 minutes to go, lads. It's a bit tense. It feels a little bit like we're hanging on.
Yeah.
Narangba obviously more and more pushing forward, trying to get this equaliser.
Perkins goes forward. Shadbolt in a deeper position there. Wins the header.
Well done.
Sewell goes down to win that one. Shadbolt comes up with it again. Good feet from the big man. Shaw finds Fern. Continues his run. Fern whips it. Chapman does well with the header. Drops again to Fern. Gets around, and Stanley's going to get there and get away. And maybe this one's one for Owen to chase and keep Kelly honest.
Keep the pressure on. Got tired legs out there.
Get up. Kelly looks for a ball forward, which finds Shaw and then Fern. Fern with a great first time touch and ball through. Ball's whipped into the middle and goes past everyone. No one can get a touch.
Still in.
Hardy was the furthest man forward for Narangba. Goes deep back post. Melville White back on the pitch. And this one's going to be
done.
Perkins.
From Perkins.
Narangba asking questions. Again, Perkins not as accurate as normal. That one's going to be a Narangba throw, and Kelly can get it good 30 yards down the pitch. 40. Keogh clears. It's good pressure from Patricio, which means Austin can work hard there. Mangano did not hold back. Here's Shadbolt outside of the boot, out wide. Crosses in the middle, it's no goal.
Oh
Keogh got the touch on that one. In the 88th minute, unfortunately for Keogh. It was good play from Narangba.
no. It's a shame because they had been defending very well with those crosses across the ball, you know.
Yeah, good left foot cross the face, and look, a bit of pressure in behind him. There's not much he can do about that. And Narangba just give him the afters,
Yeah.
which is a little bit strange.
Screaming
but
in his
anyway.
face. Not sure if they've known each other from going up and down the leagues. But hadn't seen that in the game, so not sure why. 2 minutes here now, 2-2. Narangba had been in the ascendancy as Mapri takes a long-range effort,
Yeah.
but too much ground. Looks back at the field. Now battle goes forward.
Oh, it's a bit of a flailing arm there.
Well, coach has kicked the ball onto the pitch, and genuinely, boys, you're not helping the situation here. And, Kelly's going to go across again for the long throw. Long arch throw. Shadbolt's there. Fern's there. Matheson, and then Melville White, Owen, and it was judged to be a hand. I think it was his head.
Right.
So Narangba will be a little bit miffed at that one.
Oh,
And Perkins' kick.
boys need to switch on a bit here.
Yeah, it was probably just a bit too eager as we approach the 90th minute. Now Kelly's going to have another chance to launch one of those long throws in. Bam's going to have to defend.
Well
Melville
done.
White gets there, then Perkins should get that one.
Narangba tails are definitely up at the moment.
Patricio and Kelly. Kelly gives Owen a little kick, but linesman doesn't know. So he gives it to Narangba.
Let's go, Luke.
Here's Hardy, Mappery on his back. Finds Keogh, who finds Austin. Austin's chip ball forward is a little bit wayward. And Kelly's probably going to let that one drop because he's got this ability to throw it long. And that finds Fern. Melville White playing nice and close to him and doesn't
Lots
buy
of
his
time
trick.
Time here.
And he plays the ball forward to Patricio,
straight.
but unfortunately,
Just a bit too
that
much.
one's going to run through. And we're into added on time now, Ross. I'll come to you for man of the match at the end of the game, mate, because we're poised at 2-2 here. And Mappery gets to that one. Patricio's going to put pressure on the defender. Slides in. First time the Narangba have gone short. To go long. Matheson and Sewell again. Hardy fails Sewell. Doesn't think it was one. Melville White's looking for options. Like that from the referee telling Josh to get out of the way. Melville White's beautiful
Very
long
deep,
ball
very
forward. Defender gets there and it drops to Stanley, who looks for Mappery. Defender comes in. That's all studs showing, but he waves play on. And Sewell's going to have to get there into the Shadbolt, but he doesn't. And then Matheson's there. Will this one drop for Patricio? Nah, it's going to come all the way through to battle. Not sure, there can be a long left here for both sides. As it drops for Hardy in midfield. Sewell's there again. Gets
he's
fouled,
given that,
gets
has he?
pushed. He's going to get yellow.
I thought you kept the handball. That's good
Well, that's for the
for the foul.
second, third or fourth pull back on Sewell so he can advance. And he's looking for Austin. Austin was offside. The Narangba reserves delighted to see that. Now Shadbolt. Fern giving Matheson a hard time, and the referee saw that. Good to see. Well, he wasn't looking at the ball. Owen now busting the gut to get the ball. Roles have reversed. Ross, maybe also say, do you have a man of the match? And then we can give the reasons when we can.
Look, I think just quickly, man of the match, I'd go with Ben Stanley today. I think Macca mentioned it earlier. Everything that we've had going forward has been going through him. Quality for the first goal in terms of delivery into Aussie Boardman. And again, he's just so dangerous.
A ball there
the
from the
box.
fullback from Narangba. Sorry to cut you off, Ross. This could be a last-minute
Really good
option
chance. Oh,
here
no, take it
for
back. Hold on to it.
Bardon. Let's get one of our set-piece deliverers on this. That's probably Keogh. So you've gone with Stanley, I think, as ever. Good option, good choice. I think Josh Sewell's been magnificent at the back today as well. Strong at the back. But there's plenty of good performances out there for Bardon as Keogh whips this one in. He's gone low. It drops. I think Aussie's penalised there for trying that scorpion kick again. And they're going to take it from wherever they like. Patricio just giving him a hand to get it back to where it was. Long ball forward. There's Sewell with the header. Here's Keogh. Pressure on. Just got to get it away. Defended as well. Keogh battling well in there. Then Owen. Strong challenge. Keogh. Mappery. Going to keep going on the run, but I think Waters is going to get across. Can't be much time left here. Mappery's going to get the throw in early. And here's Owen.
Oh, it's taking too long. on that.
Handball. And now here's Shadbolt. There's end-to-end stuff here at the end. There's
Good
my man
tackle.
Sewell in with the tackle again. Then skips past the Shadbolt, and Shadbolt
That's
swings
a terrible
out.
challenge. He's just absolutely
What's that
clattered him.
for? He asks Shadbolt. He said, I didn't hit him though. I didn't get him, ref.
Might be close to the last opportunity here. I'd be getting it in the mixer. Bodies forward. Obviously an important result for us in terms of our challenge for the title. And nick a late winner here. It'll be massive.
Well, Mappery is over this one. It's 2-2 as it stands. Boardman's and Melville White's goals. Fortunately, Keogh own goal under pressure. Mappery's now stepped away, and it looks like Sewell is going to be over this one. Owen and Patricio at the back post. It's high.
It's decent. Oh.
Battle does well. Now looks forward. Seen the ref look at his watch yet. Maybe he doesn't own one. Hard one to bring down, and there it is. Does have a watch, and that's the end of the game. 2-2 on the day between first place Bardon Latrobe and fifth place Narangba Eagles. Goals from Boardman and Melville White for Bardon. Shadpole and an own goal from Keogh. A yellow card at the end there, unfortunately. I think for Mappery, as in Tyler, for telling the referee how to do his job. Any final thoughts there, Ross?
Yeah, look, disappointing result to be honest. I felt like there was a few opportunities at 2-1 where we could have made it 3 and taken the game away from them. They stayed in the game. Credit to Narangba. They stayed in, and you just felt like they had another goal in them. And eventually, sure enough, it came obviously in an own goal, but I think probably deserved point for them. It doesn't derail our season. We roll on. Second place as we push for promotion. West Side away next week. So no damage done, but a little bit disappointed. I think Mapper will be this afternoon.
Andy McCabe, any final thoughts?
Yeah, tight game, very tight game, and again disappointed that Bardon couldn't come away with 3 points. I think it was, as Ross said, that not getting that third goal kind of cost us at the end of the day. We had chances, but then Narangba, showed their attacking threat, and I think their changes that they made a big difference as well. The fresh legs put a bit more pressure on us at the back, and 2-2, although a disappointing result, was probably a fair one.
Well, thank you both, boys, for your company today. One final home game for us against Jim Boomba. Jim Boomba, correct. But before that, as Ross said, a couple of away games starting next week at Westside. And again, thanks for watching. Thanks to Man Cave Workwear and Gear for their support and Man of the Match award, which today went to Ben Stanley. See you next time.